Hello everybody, this is Skunk Mite from the Resin Sisters, and I'm here today to do a doll body review. So the first one I'll be reviewing is my Angel of Dream Jimmy, and he is a 65 centimeter bodies. I will be doing more videos like this that review doll bodies. If you have a specific request that you know I have a doll of a body of, then please give me a shout in the comments and I will try to review it. Or even if you know what the count has as well, I can probably do that for her if she doesn't want to. Um, so anyway, on to Jimmy. Angel of Dream is a not lesser known, but lesser desired company. They have very specific, interesting, unique bodies and faces. As you can see, my Jimmy Romantic Head has very long elven ears, and he's got extremely sharp features, a pointed nose, not very detailed eyebrows, sharp downturned lips, a rounded chin. Surprisingly, I think it'd be more sharp, but it isn't. I purchased him about a year ago, and he's much less yellow than my brand new Angel of Dream that I bought just about the same time, shortly after. He was used, so he was off the marketplace, but he's more white than my other white skin, which is strange because my other white skin came right from the company, essentially. Um, so Angel of Dream has really varying, I guess, resin batch colors. You might get two different color items if you order a head and a body together, which kind of sucks, but it happens. It shouldn't happen, but it happens with Angel of Dream. Moving on to the body, I really like his body. There are a few things I don't like. He's very stiff, and that could be his stringing, but he's got very stiff joints. He can be pretty kicky when he wants to be. He has a two-part split in his torso, which is nice. That means he can do a range of motions. The only thing is, how do I explain this? The lower joint doesn't really do much at all with his stringing, I guess. He can go back like that, but then his stomach sticks out. It's better off just to use the upper joint in this case, but unless if you wanted to do something like a really good lean back. But then again, like I said, you have the stomach issue. He's got very sharp collarbones. One thing I really hate is extremely pointy nipples that stick out from nowhere. I really want to get them sanded off, but I'm too terrified to do it myself. He does not have a rolling joint on his thigh, and his knees are something that really bug me. As you can see, he's got really not straight joints on his legs. There's a huge difference when you stand him up straight. He kind of leans forward. I mean, he's able to stand, but he still kind of leans forward. And there's a big, huge bump right here. It's hard to tell on camera, but there is a very big difference. Sorry about non-censoring, but there's not much I can do about that. Their feet have a pretty good range of motion compared to some. He can do the ballerina toes, and he can stand pretty basically. He can't do all the way back like some can, but that's, a price you have to pay for being able to stand up so well. He does have the kind of floating bubble double joint in his knee, which is useful for kneeling and stuff like that, but he does pretty good. He has got pretty square joints. Not as bad as some I've seen, but still pretty square. And he sits like this really well. I've had him sit like this for a long time at certain points, and then I decided not to ruin his strings. He's got, again, a floating bubble on his wrist, or his elbow, and his wrist is just on a ball. I think his hands detach, or can be detached if you're lucky. They have an O-ring on the inside on the bottom of the ball that attaches the hand, but they're really hard to move, so it's kind of don't even bother. I love the structure. The body structure is really, really nice. I don't think he's quite as thick as some of my other dolls. He's made of thicker resin, but he's not as wide as them. I know he falls out of their pants pretty easily, but usually he has bigger hands and feet than them, surprisingly enough. Um, it's a good body. I like it. The head cap kind of sits funky. It doesn't have any magnets, or maybe it does. I haven't opened up his head in a really long time. I'm not going to bother actually because it won't come off. I don't think that normally happens, but I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be connected by a resin hook on the inside of his head cap. But I've kind of like sealed it shut with something because I'm never going to open his head again. Um, I like Angel of the Dream. Lots of people don't, but I think they're really good. And if you're even if you're looking for a spare body, they're pretty good as long as you don't mind the funny knees and the nipples. I mean, of course, you could mod that to your liking, or if your character's going to be wearing pants all the time, that's not really much of an issue. Um, he sort of resin matches my Sum's Faller, but my Sum's Faller is a little bit more kind of a yellowy tint than the regular whites that I've seen, or the newer whites that I've seen on Sum Neflin and Delami. Um, but yeah, he's got a good body and it's a good mold. Um, if that's pretty much basically all I can tell you about it. Um, he's got a pretty good range of motion. He is, like I said, though, very, very stiff. That I don't think that's a stringing, but it could be. Um, he's got a pretty good range of motion. Again, like I said a million times. Anyway, that's all I really had to show you guys today. If you have a body you'd like for me to review, please leave it in the comments and I will do my best to get it done soon. If you have any questions about this doll or anything else, just leave that as well. If you do not have a Den of Angels and you want a Den of Angels, please leave a comment telling me you want it. Or you can private message me and with your email address, because that's the only way I can add you on Den of Angels is with your email address. And I can send you an invite, because Den of Angels is registration only. Registration by friend only, pardon me. Um, so yeah, if there's anything else you guys wanted to ask, just leave it, and whatever. If you want to add me on Den of Angels, I am Stunk Mite. Thanks for watching.